Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I thought I would share my best tips for traveling and going on holidays that I have learned over the years. I feel like now's the time of year when everyone's talking about holidays, where they're going or looking at booking a trip, and I am at the point now where I'm looking for a holiday for the summer and I'm not sure where, but it got me thinking of all the little tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way. So I thought I could share them all. So if you're going on a summer holiday soon and you want to know some must-haves to pack and some good tips, then I think you will enjoy this video. So I had a whole brain dump of ideas, but I'm going to split the video into the beginning will be the products and items that have come in really handy, and the second half will just be general tips that I've learned that I would tell friends and family to do when traveling. So by doing all of these things, I feel much more relaxed and organised, ready for my trip. So I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do enjoy this video, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. So on to my favourite products that I have accumulated for travelling over the past few years. So number one is packing cubes. So you can get these in quite a few places now, but Amazon have loads. You can get them in all different colours. They usually come in a pack of like 5 or 6, all different sizes. So I tend to use one for like underwear, one for swimwear, I might use one for bottoms, and then one for tops. And they're just really handy to be able to separate your clothes out into like organised piles, and then when it comes to unpacking when you're on your holiday, it's just really easy to take out your underwear and then transfer all that to a drawer or wherever you're unpacking it to. Or if you're not unpacking, if you're only there for a very short time. So for instance, when I was traveling and we would move around a lot, you wouldn't always unpack. So to be able to know quickly which cube has what in is really handy. And number 2 is an extension lead. So instead of having to take numerous adapters with you and plug in items like in different places in the room, if you just have one extension lead, then it gives you a lot more sockets if you've got a lot of things that you need to plug in, and everything's just easily accessible in one place and you don't need as many adapters. And number 3 is a portable washing line. So again, we just got this on Amazon. It's just a really long line that folds out and you can hook it like from one side of the room to the other. This helped a lot when we were traveling, again, because we often had to wash a lot of things, whereas on a week's holiday you might not do any washing. But sometimes things get wet. If you're trying to dry swimming costumes, trunks and towels and things, you'll often try and hang them on your balcony if you've got one, and then trying to arrange them so that they don't blow away. So the washing line is super light, it's super easy to pack in your suitcase and could come in really handy. And the 4th thing that I won't go anywhere without is a portable charger or a charging phone case. We use our devices so much these days that the batteries can drain quite quickly, especially if you're taking lots of videos and pictures, or you're watching videos on your phone to entertain yourself on flights and journeys and things. So if you've got a fully charged portable charger in your bag, or you've got a phone case that charges your phone, it's just so convenient. You never have to worry about running out of charge again. Honestly, the best little gadgets to keep in your hand luggage. Of course, you can carry your normal phone charger, but then you're relying on trying to find a plug that's available, and then you'll have to stay at that location to charge your phone. So I would highly recommend a portable charger. And item number 5 is suitcase scales, so that you can weigh your suitcase before getting to the check-in desk at the airport and then them telling you that your case is overweight and you owe so much money, or you need to take things out and move things around. So before we always leave the house to go to the airport, we will weigh the cases. So you can do this on standard scales that just lie flat on the floor and you can put your case on top of them. Obviously you can't take those with you because they're too heavy. So you can get a handheld scale where you clip it to the case and then pull the case up and it tells you what it weighs. You do have to have a bit of strength for this. I usually get James to do it and then I look at the number, but it saves so much faffing around at the airport, having to take things out and put things in your partner's case or wear them. And again, they're really lightweight to take with you in your suitcase abroad. So if you're going to multiple destinations or before you're coming home off your trip, you can weigh your case. Again, you usually think it's going to be lighter because you've used your liquids and everything, but depending if you've been shopping, it's not always the case. And item number 6 is carabiner clips. So again, this was more when we were traveling, but they could come in really handy, especially on days out or like trips to the water park. So we would often have a rucksack and then we could like tie trainers together and then clip them on to our rucksacks with the carabiner clip to save space in the bag. If you've got any shopping bags, you can just hook them on and again clip them to your rucksack. So it's really like having an extra arm. So yeah, the carabiner clips came in really handy for us whilst we were traveling. We also got quite a big pack of them off Amazon in all different colours and they were fairly cheap. And number 7, which is super important, is to take a card that has free purchases abroad. So you want a card that doesn't charge you whilst you're spending abroad. So often abroad you'll be charged for like a non-sterling transaction fee. You can be charged for withdrawing money from an ATM. There's quite a few cards out there now that don't charge any fees whilst you're abroad, and it also means you don't have to take large amounts of cash with you whilst you're traveling. I have the Monzo one, which is great because you can just use the debit card like you do in the UK without getting any fees. Some of them there are fees for withdrawing cash though, so just be careful of that. But there's loads out there now, loads of credit cards. I think Barclaycard do one, Halifax, so definitely get one of those before you go. Number 8 is an Apple AirTag. So I've been looking at these a lot recently because we've been thinking about getting one for Ralph to put on his collar. But since looking into the reviews, I saw so many comments about people putting them in the suitcases for when they go abroad so that they can track them. And I thought that was such a good idea. You can do it with so many things. You can put them in your handbags and then you can easily track it on your phone. And I think the radius is like super long as well. And number 9 is to take some form of insect repellent with you. So whether that's a spray, you can get ankle and wristbands that you can wear. You can get plugins for the room that give off like a scent that keep them away. But you don't have to be going to like a really tropical place. Sometimes you can get some nasty mosquito bites in Spain and Italy that don't really seem that far away. You do find that some people seem to be prone to getting mosquito bites more than others. Me and my dad will always get so many mosquito bites, and then other people that we're traveling with might not get any at all, or just 1 or 2, but they can be super itchy and really annoying. So I would definitely recommend getting something to help protect you from the mosquitoes. And the next thing you should definitely take with you is a credit card. So a credit card just comes in super handy for emergencies, not to do loads of shopping, but if anything was to happen and you needed some quick access to cash, then a credit card is your best friend. And also a lot of places, if you are hiring a car, might ask for a credit card, especially in America. So I always like to have that packed with me. So when we went traveling, I bought a little travel hairdryer, where usually when you go in, you know, on your normal holidays, you tend to think they might have a hairdryer there, or you'll know because it'll say on the description. But you don't know how powerful that they're going to be. So sometimes I do like to take my own, or if I'm traveling with my mum or a friend, then you can just share one. But I bought this little hairdryer off Amazon. It's only tiny, it's really powerful, it's really hot, and it came in super handy when I was away. And not everywhere we stayed had hairdryers. And I used to use it at home quite a lot as well when I came back, because hairdryers sometimes can be so heavy, and this one's really light. So when it's taken ages to like dry all of your hair, it's much easier to hold up for a long period of time. And item number 12 is laundry bags. So I got a really cute set of these as a gift. I think they were from Next, and it had like a shoe bag, a laundry bag, and then like an underwear bag, I think, to easily separate them. But the laundry bags come in so handy, especially maybe if you're a big family. You could separate like your lights and your darks, have 2 laundry bags, and then when you come home, you've literally just got all the washing there to chuck in, like 1 load of lights and 1 load of darks. But I just like to have a general laundry bag for me and James, so every time we've worn something and it needs a wash, we'll just put it in the laundry bag, and then it saves you getting home and thinking, did I wear that, did I not, is that clean, does it need a wash? You can just chuck the bag in the washing basket and then load the washing machine. It's just a good little time saver. Okay, so number 13 is headphones or AirPods of some kind, just to drain out any noise that you don't want to hear. So these come in super handy on planes, especially if there's a bit of noisiness going on and you're trying to sleep, or maybe you just want to watch a film. Usually on the long haul flight you'll be provided headphones anyway, and you'll have a screen that you can watch movies on. But if you're going on a shorter flight and you've downloaded your own films on your own phone or your iPad, you'll definitely want some headphones to watch it. If you are sharing a room with people who are loud sleepers and they snore a lot, then headphones, earplugs come in super handy. I also like it around the pool sometimes. You might want to go on a run in the morning, listen to some music, you know, all the obvious things, but definitely pack some headphones with you. Another item that's really handy is shoe covers. So again, you can buy these on Amazon, but often when you're packing your case, you'll have your shoes like pushed up against other things, and it might seem a bit gross that they've been worn and they might be a bit dirty, especially coming home, like if you've recently just worn them a lot and then they're all like shoved in with your clothes. Having shoe covers can just help stop the transferring of the dirt and just feels a bit more clean and hygienic, or especially if they get particularly dirty somewhere and you've not been able to clean them properly. And you definitely want to pack a little first aid kit. So you can either just use like an old makeup bag, you know, like a little travel pouch or something, and just have the essentials in there like paracetamol, ibuprofen. I always carry sickness travel tablets with me. You might want to put some medication for an upset stomach in there, diarrhea medication, definitely some plasters, maybe a bandage, hydration tablets, anything that you would maybe take, you know, if you were at home and feeling unwell. Like I love to travel, but I'm not the best traveler. I do get quite motion sickness in cars, planes especially, and large slow moving boats. So if you've got kids or someone in your family that struggles the same, then definitely recommend sickness travel tablets, because they always do the job for me. And a little bonus tip with them, it can be a bonus sometimes, you can get drowsy and non-drowsy ones, but if I take the drowsy sickness tablets, I am conked out for the whole flight. Sometimes it takes me a few days to like come out of the drowsy feeling stage. So it definitely helps if you want to be able to sleep whilst you're on transport for a long time, but if it's for a short journey or you don't want to feel drowsy when you get there, then definitely choose the non-drowsy ones. Something else that we always like to put in our cases is a decent lock. So you can get like the combination locks or a key lock, but if you feel like you're likely to lose a key, then a combination lock might be better. Just make sure you write it down somewhere, maybe in your notes on your phone, or tell each other what it is so that you both got it wrote down in case one of your phone gets lost or something. They can also come in handy sometimes as well, like if you're leaving your stuff in a locker, you can put your own lock on it. There They're only tiny as well, so you can carry them with you. I know sometimes you think they're only tiny, you could like easily break into them, but it's just an extra deterrent to make somebody think twice if they were thinking about going in it. It's not the easiest option. Also, packing miniatures in your case saves on a lot of the weight. So any products that you'd usually use, like your hairspray, dry shampoo, conditioner, body wash, everything comes in a miniature form now. Or, as miniatures can be quite overpriced for what they are, you can just buy your own small little containers and then fill them with the products that you've already got at home. So it's really easy to do with shampoo, conditioner and body wash. And then you can always buy more when you're abroad if you need to, rather than taking the really big bottles that you have at home, because they do take up a lot of space and a lot of weight in the case. And the last two items that I think are super handy is a waterproof phone case holder and a cable tidy. So if you go in on any kind of water activity or boat trip, then the waterproof phone case holder will come in super handy. Also means you can take pictures without worrying about getting your phone wet. Or if you're at like the water park and you want to keep your phone on you in your pocket, having like a waterproof cover over your phone just gives you that peace of mind. And then lastly, a cable tidy is just like a little pouch that usually folds out. It's got loads of neat little clips and sections in it where you can put different cables. You could even label them if you wanted to be that little bit extra, but it just saves them getting all tangled up together in a bag, or you having to rummage through numerous bags to find your phone cable, your camera charger. So just having them all in one place comes in handy. I didn't actually realise how long I was going to be chatting in this video about with regards to like the items. So I think I'm going to make a part 2 video of just the tips that I think would be really handy to know. So I will get that video up very shortly. And if you enjoyed this video, then hopefully you will enjoy that one as well. But thank you so much for watching. If you've got a holiday booked this year, or if you're looking at booking one, I would love to know where you're going. Always like to know ideas for trips and where's on people's bucket lists. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep your eye out for part 2. I will have that up very soon with my top tips for traveling. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!